Rome did not sleep under Tarquinius Priscus. It expanded. By the time the crown settled on his head, Tarquinius understood a brutal truth. A foreign king survives only if Rome becomes too large, too powerful, and too afraid to remove him. So he chose war. The Latins rose first. Cities that had tolerated Rome when it was weak now tested it when it crowned a stranger. Tarquinius did not negotiate. He marched south with an army larger than any Roman king before him. Infantry hardened by Etruscan discipline, cavalry trained beyond Latin standards, and officers loyal not to bloodlines, but to reward. Battles followed fast. No speeches, no mercy. Latin towns fell one by one. Their walls were torn down, their leaders executed, their populations absorbed. This was not conquest. This was integration by fear. Rome no longer asked for obedience. Rome took it. Then came the Sabines. This war was older, deeper, and personal. Sabine warriors fought with discipline, refusing collapse even when outnumbered. The fighting dragged on for years. Ambushes in the hills, raids at night, fields burned, villages erased. Rome bled, and Tarquinius learned another lesson of power. A king who bleeds with his army becomes harder to challenge. When victory finally came, it was total. Sabine leaders were crushed, their elites broken, their lands absorbed. Rome's population exploded with foreigners, enemies, and conquered peoples. And Tarquinius did something radical. He made them Romans. War gave him authority. Stone would make it permanent. Tarquinius transformed Rome itself. He drained the marshes of the Forum, creating the Cloaca Maxima, the great sewer that still exists today. He paved roads, raised walls, expanded the sacred boundaries of the city. And above all, he built monuments. The Circus Maximus rose between the hills, not just for games, but for control. A place where the people gathered, where emotion could be directed, where loyalty could be staged. Spectacle became policy. But as Rome grew outward, fear grew inward. The old Roman families had not forgotten what Tarquinius represented. A king not born of them, a crown not inherited. They watched as his power became immovable, and they waited. The strike came quietly, not on a battlefield, not in public ceremony. Tarquinius was attacked by assassins disguised as petitioners, men armed with axes who struck him in the street. The king fell. Rome froze. A foreign king, dead by Roman hands, should have ended the experiment. But Tanaquil acted faster than Rome itself. She sealed the palace, announced the king was wounded, not dead, named Servius Tullius as regent. By the time Rome learned the truth, the transition was complete. Tarquinius Priscus was dead, but his work was irreversible. He began as an outsider. He ruled as a conqueror. He died as a threat. Yet the Rome he left behind was no longer a village of kings. It was a city of empire. Walls higher, armies larger, people controlled by fear, spectacle, and law. The Republic would come centuries later. But it was Tarquinius Priscus who proved something terrifying. Rome did not need noble blood. Rome needed power. And once Rome tasted it, it would never let it go. The story of this Roman king ends here. But the saga continues. Next, we leave Rome and return to ancient Egypt. The next ruler is Pharaoh Djet, Wadj, the fourth king of Egypt's first dynasty. His reign came after blood had already soaked the throne. Power was unstable, succession was dangerous, and kingship was no longer sacred. It was contested. Djet ruled in a time when the crown itself was under threat, when enemies did not stand at the borders. They stood inside the palace. This channel follows three great historical sagas: Vikings, Pharaohs, Roman kings.